Madden NFL 23, and we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. Can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Texans and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 59 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to keep. And there, 21 yards the play. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Taken down at the 47-yard line. for the Texans. Terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. 2nd-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their block. Keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A run up the middle with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. A first down throw for Mills. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just certainly a defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Mills. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jordan. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
You know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter. But being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Petrie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong sack. When I was in college.
Starting the drive with a give to Matt. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments and how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
From the 27, Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and... we come back to Denver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This will be caught by Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. It's Pierce to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 29, Mills. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the center. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A give left side for Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
Mills, Mechie hauls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On 1st and 10, Mills. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The Texans are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw is Mills. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Working out of the gun, Mills. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6.
So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up. On. I know it's still early.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. On the give, this is Mack. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now a second down and 6. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And some space here. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Wilson.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Derek Stingley picks it.
run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw, Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's second and a yard. Pierce now up the middle, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled. That obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Pierce is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Wilson flushed out right.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Now Wilson on first down. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota, a touchdown pass. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5 now. Mills. This to the outside for Mack. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Houston 1st down. Now Mills on the bootleg. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 1st down throw for Mills. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting it. It's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mills to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Mills. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft. Because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Mills. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin with. Ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position he wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Off the draw, here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. There's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taken down. they start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That play going nowhere thanks to Ross Blacklock.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Flush to his right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Wilson out quickly to Judy, and he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle, it's Williams, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
2 yards. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On play action, Mills.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw.
That That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 90 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Give him a couple on the 2nd and 8. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. Mills throw taken in by Collins. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And this one incomplete. To hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger. Give to Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed? No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver.
Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. To throw, Mills. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the defense coming through. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
101 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.